All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who's joined in today. We are super excited to present to you a topic that we've been meaning to speak about for a while now. And I would love to have my co host, Geetika, with me today.
Hello. Hey guys, we're so excited to have you all, and the love you've given in the last webinar makes us more excited. Welcome you all, and just to give you my introduction, I'm Geetika, working with the sales team as an SDR, sales development representative. It's been 2 months in this company, it's already been exciting. And yeah, let's kickstart the webinar.
Yeah, great. And I'm Joanne. I am the visual content marketer of Steve.AI. And I'm super, super excited to have everyone here joining in. It's a pleasure to have all of you here. And we just want to know where you guys are from. So if you can just say, drop in a hi, and then maybe say where you're from, it'll be great for us to also know which part of the world you're from.
Yeah,
All right, wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, I think there's someone from Colombia, right?
Pennsylvania,
Wow, from Pennsylvania. Very
Morocco.
cool. Wow, UK, man, we have a diverse set of audience here. Vancouver Island, Canada. Wow. Allentown. Wonderful. So we have a great set of audience today, and the topic that we're going to be discussing is very universal, and it's something that is absolutely useful to anybody who has social media, which I'm sure every single one right now has it, irrespective of the age, irrespective of where you're from. I think as long as you have internet, social media is big, don't you think, Geetika?
Definitely. And the topic itself is so interactive. It's not just about a company, but it's something that exists everywhere. Learning and development in all spheres,
Yeah.
enterprise companies, colleges, everywhere. So yeah, it is very relevant topic that we're gonna discuss.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And also, for everybody who's joined in, we have a super cool surprise waiting for you at the end of this webinar. So you will have to stick on with us to find out what it is. So we are super excited for you because I think the last webinar, the participants took away a bunch of stuff. So I can't wait for you to see what it is, but you got to wait till the end to find out. All right. So
Definitely.
let's quickly get started.
Sure. So yeah, again about the surprise. So I hope you're all gonna stay till the end, and just giving you introduction about the topic and talking more about the agenda for today. So basically, as you all know, we're going to talk about learning and development and how it is leveraging social media. So talking about learning and development more, it is it is a particular team that exists in every other enterprise, let it be small or bigger. Upskilling the employees and knowledge transfer to the employees has been playing a very vital role in the organizational ongoing, and it definitely brings you a lot of success. So we don't really have to stress on the part on how important learning and development is.
Yeah.
And again, the fact that it's need so again, it can be only a successful move when you have a right amount of content at the right time for the right people in the right way. That is when you're gonna get success in learning and development. That is what the topic we're gonna talk about, and how the content is plays a vital role, and how we gonna solve it. So the agenda goes like talking about the general L&D trends that are happening all around the world, some of the very important stats that will help you understand the importance and make you understand the impact that is having, and how folks are actually leveraging social media, and then discuss the few of the pain points that most of the people are facing these days, and how we gonna be solving it by showing you a demo. And then we're gonna have an open Q&A session, so you can just come up with all your questions, and we'll be happy to answer those. So
Yeah.
here onwards, I would like Joey to take over, since she'll be the right person to talk about the L&D trends and the social media, since you see her very active on our social platform. So Joey, please take over. And just before that, there's a question for you guys as well, so that you guys are interactive. You can drop your answers in the chat box. I just want to know how much, what is your preferred mode of learning? Is it interactive videos? Is it the textbooks, theory, or just listening? What is your mode of learning? Let us know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jovin,
So
you
the
can take over.
questions, Yeah, so the question's open to everybody. Feel free to drop in your answers. Meanwhile, I will quickly get into the general learning and development trends that are already there in the industry and how people have been leveraging social media to encourage learning and development. The first one is the employee advocacy programs. So, if you see, a lot of companies are trying to spread the word about their company by putting themselves out there. And how are they doing it? Simply by using their employees. So all their employees have to do is go ahead and put out maybe a post about their work culture, about the kind of people that they're working with, about their role, about the kind of job, whether it's hybrid, whether if it's feasible for people to be a part of, about the various harassment policies. There are so many things that you can actually do, or rather use your employees for. And I think the employee advocacy program is something that is being constantly monitored and is being used in the L&D sphere. And people have been using Facebook, they've been using Facebook groups, they've been using Instagram, they have been using LinkedIn, they've been using YouTube. And I think the employee advocacy program has been pretty predominant in the L&D sphere. Next, we will move into the micro learning aspect of it. When it comes to micro learning, people don't want to sit and do courses that are like 7 to 8 months long. They'd like to do something maybe for a week, or they would like to do something for a couple of days. And that is where micro learning has been widely used, especially through Facebook, especially through LinkedIn. And for these micro learning programs, what people do is generally they create a program by putting a video together. Sorry, by putting a video together so that it becomes more interactive. It is more of an edutainment video, which means there's education and there's entertainment at the same time. So micro learning has become, I would say, the most present way of learning in when it comes to organizations, when it comes to the corporate structure. Next, moving on to employee onboarding. Well, it's generally a tedious task, but when it comes to onboarding in the recent times, especially because most of us have hybrid work cultures, what's happened is a lot of companies tend to onboard their employees while they're at home instead of calling them to the organization. They filter out employees about the whole interview process. Everything is done online via Google Meet, via Zoom. And what really happens is when you actually do this at home instead of bringing it to the organization, you save a lot of time. So, this is one of the main reasons. And also, if they want to talk about any training processes, this could be done by creating videos and spreading the word across, which is super simple. You just make a video, maybe using Steve.AI or Animaker, and then send out an email to everybody, and everyone is aware of the various training programs of an organization. Next, we will move into the gamification process. This, I think, is a very interesting way to engage your employees. At the same time, very interesting way to engage the audience to be part of your company's goals. And gamification is introducing entertainment and at the same time, let's say, a game sort of, um, uh, I would say they use interactive ways like games where they get to interact with their other colleagues, with their other peers. And what happens is they learn, and at the same time they're having fun while they're learning. So gamification is a very important way to sort of engage people and also help in learning and development. Next, about building buzz around new courses. A lot of companies are constantly looking to upskill their employees. A lot of them want new knowledge, they want to grow in their career. So, when it comes to this, how do you create a buzz about a particular course? Right? The best way to do it is by using ads, by using, let's say, you make reels about it, you sort of create posts about it on Instagram, you can create YouTube videos about it. And this sort of constantly it falls into the minds of the viewers that there is something that is about to happen. Like, for example, this webinar was sent out to a lot of people through emails. We put out a ton of posts on Instagram about it, right? And that is when people approached us, and that is how you are able to view this and learn something out of it. And I think building a buzz and creating this sort of feeling that wait, there's something new happening definitely helps to bring forth a different perspective and also allows people from different parts of the world to be part of it. And I think this is the main reason why social media is widely being used for learning and development. Yeah,
And again, the fact that in this generation where the millennials prefer that informative videos, the interactive videos, and they engage in this collaborative learning where they want to collaborate with the peers. So even when I got into this company, my peers helped me a lot, my colleagues helped me a lot in sharing their knowledge, giving me some tips and telling me
yeah,
about their success stories helped me a lot. And again, the fact that informal learning have been playing a very vital role where people are sharing their tips on social media, sharing their day-to-day life and their success stories on social media.
yeah,
It's been, yeah, the generation is
yeah.
changing and so are the trends. So I think it's a good sign that we start molding ourselves into this new trend and this new generation.
Absolutely. Yes, rightly said, Geetika. And I think it's about how we adapt, how we grow into this whole sphere and allow us to soak into it. And of course, as much as we say we shouldn't be spending too much time on it, I think we can spend all the time in the world to learn something new. And I think that's the whole point of social media in itself, right? Right.
Yeah,
So let's quickly move to the next part of the agenda. We'd obviously want to bring in some statistics so that you understand how far and wide social media is being used in the recent times. If you see 30% of the workforce were upskilled in 2020 compared to 14% in 2020. What does this mean? Like right after the pandemic, there's been a lot of learning, right? As much as we say industries have been falling apart, there have been a lot of changes in economy. We see that there's a high growth in the learning and development sphere, and it's close to 38% have been upskilled. This is mainly because people have moved from, let's say, a work like going to an organization and working. Rather, they come home and they have enough and more internet to use, and they're constantly looking to learn something new. And that is where close to 38% of the workforce has been upskilled during this period compared to 2019. And according to Microsoft, the average Teams users is sending 5% more chats. This again is mainly because we're constantly looking to interact with others. Um, yeah, hello, can you hear me, Geetika?
yes. I'm so sorry. There are some technical issues I'm facing. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. All right. So, as I was saying, Microsoft has been using, according to Microsoft, Teams has been used 45% more times, right? And this obviously indicates that we have been moving from, let's say, a face-to-face culture to a completely virtual culture, uh, and platforms like Teams, platforms like Zoom has definitely enabled this. And although people are again moving back to offices, we're still doing a Zoom meeting here. So I think that in itself is an indication that we're easily leveraging social media and platforms like these. Don't you think?
Definitely. And also I just recently read an article on Forbes saying that HR, even the HR team is spending a lot of resources and time as well on learning and development. For that fact, they have apparently have almost 60% of HR managers have increased learning and development budget in 2022. And
Yeah.
almost around 46% have a specific training system set for the new joinees. I have seen
Hmm.
a before generation in my dad's generation where it doesn't really matter. You have to have your skills and do good. There were no specific trainings happening. But these days, since the generation is changing and the needs are changing,
Yeah.
a lot of changes are coming in the corporate world as well. As has 46% already have a specific training in place, and also it's not just about learning and development, but they also spend a lot of amount on mental health and well-being training as well, so which I believe is a great sign. So
Absolutely. Yeah. No, rightly. I think it's time that we start leveraging it. And like someone has mentioned in the comments below, we can easily see that they've been watching a demo and they've been creating videos on the instructions given. And this is very similar to what we do at Steve.AI. We put out instructional videos on YouTube, and people are watching that and using that to upskill. And I think that is a great example of being able to create something of your own by taking help off of social media. And I think that's a great way to learn from social media,
Right.
right? So let's quickly move into the next part of our agenda. That is how L&D folks are leveraging social media. Let's quickly run through that, where they're helping to build teamwork. There are tons of groups on Facebook and Instagram, where sometimes, especially on Facebook, you don't need to be someone's friend to be able to be a part of a particular group. Now, let's say you have a set of like-minded people. You just get together and create a group and discuss, the common topic that you have, and this easily helps to bring teamwork. Also, organizations can uh, probably start a Facebook group or an Instagram group and automatically create and build teamwork with interaction, like I mentioned, gamification as well. Next, moving to build, next, another way to leverage social media is to build interest in learners. This is mainly like how you motivate your employees or how you motivate a set of people to learn further. So let's say if you want to motivate your employees, then you talk about their career growth and how this particular course helps them in their career further, right? Next is you can learn from anywhere. This again is an example, and I think everyone who's part of this webinar is a big and a very good example of this, because they're all from different parts of the world and they're easily able to learn and upskill through this webinar. Next, we go into multifaceted approach, and this is where you could literally use social media for different purposes, which could be for ads, which could be for reels. And so I think it also helps to enhance your creativity, and at the same time you're able to look at the bigger picture whenever you're trying to leverage social media for learning and development. Moving into introducing the instructor and training content. This goes to talk about schools and colleges that are constantly looking to interact with their students, about students trying to interact with their teachers, where question papers, where a lot of content, material, examinations, everything is conducted online. And that is where the instructor and training content comes into play. Similarly, we have connecting SMEs directly with learners. When they're connected online through social media platforms, they're automatically connected to the person that they are looking for information from. And I think this absolutely helps you to connect with them instead of having to worry about where to go meet them, what time they're available. And I think reminders on social media also helps to create that sort of connection with the person that you're learning from. Next, we move to the final part, which is the social media after training. So let's say once you're done with the training course, the feedback that you get can also be documented using social media. Well, let's say after a particular course, they can go and talk about it on their social media platforms, on Instagram, on Facebook. And this helps to further spread the word and helps to increase the learning curve. And I think these are some wonderful ways to leverage social media and help to enhance learning and development.
Again, so adding this a bit on this, again, as I mentioned before, the millennial generation, how is it changing and how it is very explorative and experimental, and it needs interactive way of learning. And when I asked the question previously, everyone, most of them answered interactive videos or video plus text, or you know, or you watching the demos, someone answered. So looking at these all changes are coming up, I believe, is because of the changes that we are seeing in the millennial generation. And talking about that, on some points, some of the stats says that teenagers, especially the millennials, spend almost 33% of their waking hours on social media. Though we have
Man.
only yeah, so though we are talking so much about leveraging social media, still people are spending so much of time on social media, still there's only 4.2% of corporate training that is accessible on these platforms. So here is where I believe that it is important for us to leverage it even more. And with again, the facts of having 1 billion users on Facebook and 700 million users on Messenger, 44 around 400 million users on LinkedIn, all these are, I think, a strong points where we can leverage. But
Yeah.
again, when we say that there's only 4.2 of corporate training is accessible, I believe that there are a lot of pain points that come into this process, which is stopping L&D from taking the full leverage of social media. Right? Talking about few of those pain points would be, like the limited resources the learning and development have. It could be regarding the uh, manpower. We need, when we are talking about creating content, it just doesn't happen overnight. We need a resource, we need manpower, we need the budget, we need the
Yeah.
technology, everything. So limited resources plays a very vital role. And when we are creating content, it is important for us to have relevant content, and the fact that everyone have a different style of learning, we need to keep modifying it, keep restructuring it. And again, that is again a huge process. Restructuring one set of content or one set of material is a tedious task. And for the fact that when millennials, we talk about millennials, even for the fact me, I prefer these short forms, short videos, or the things that I can learn in maybe, let's say, 1 or 2 hours. After that, I might get bored. So, forming all this material into a concise form is another pain point that a lot of people I talked with has mentioned. And engagement plays a very vital role when you're creating a content. For that to reach to the person's brain, not just hearing but again understanding it, it is important to be it very engageful. Uh, and then after all these things, the a huge task again starts when you have to use the technology. We have to accept the fact that there is not everyone
Yeah.
who have the accessibility to this technology and moreover knowledge about this technology. Because I know I am a salesperson, but I want to maybe, let's say, train my colleague, but I don't know how to create a content for that, right? I don't
Yeah.
have an access to Adobe or knowledge to how to use it. There's
Right.
technological limitations and expertise to this technology on how to use it. And again, the time crunch, we don't have to stress the point where there is a fast need for this content and material, and we have to stick with the trend.
Yeah.
A little change in the industrial trends or the preferences or the statistics, there is a huge demand that comes up for these kind of content. So that again plays a role in time crunch. So all these pain points is something Steve have been aiming to solve. So
Yeah.
that is what we are aiming to show in our demo on how we are able to precisely, convert the huge materials into short bite-sized videos, and how we
Yeah.
can, how we don't really have to have expert knowledge on this technology. It's just you put in, edit it according to your preference, and you have the video. So let us start with our demo so that I can quickly show you how we are actually able to do it. So just Jovinus, can you confirm if you can see my
Yeah.
screen?
Before that, if we can quickly ask the audience a very interesting question as to what their pain points are. If you can quickly mention what are your pain points when it comes to video making and when it comes to making learning and development content. If you can put it in the draw in the chat box, it would be greatly helpful for us to understand what they are. Meanwhile, Geetika, you can go ahead with the demo. Yeah.
Sure, Jovin. So for today's demo, we are taking this blog, which is on ISO, and I believe this is one training that goes for everyone. Everyone have to go through ISO, and it is very important. So we just thought, why not convert this into an interactive video? So I took this blog, just simply taking the link from here, going to our Steve.AI's homepage, and this is the one that will pop up, and I'm choosing blog to animation. And all I have to do is, so we have seen text to video, text to animation, and how just a simple text can give your videos. So now let's concentrate on blog and see how even more simpler it is. So I've just pasted the link. So now
I'm
we
pressing
just
on
have to mention
proceed.
that for the enterprise account, we have a special server uh, that takes care, it makes it more easier, effective. So yeah, so as you can see, here is AI does its job and it picked up few of the important lines and important topics. And here you can manually choose or unselect the lines that you don't want in your script. So I'm letting it be as it is what AI chose for me. And here we have an option of small, medium, and large, which indicates the duration of the video and if you want it to be more explanatory or if you want it to be more simple or more small and precise. So I'll go with the medium. I just have to press proceed, and then AI does a job and the script is already ready. Here we just have to choose a keyword. Since it's about ISO, I'm going to choose ISO. Let it be on the animation video. I'm adding the voiceover. Let me select a male voice and Matthew sounds good. Yes, generate voice. Auto highlight is where AI chooses two keywords and it uh, it it avoids the automated or something the voiceover more fake. So let's select next and choosing a template. I'll go with this. Let's choose a character since we have a male voiceover. Let's choose a male character. Let's say this a new character apparently. As you can see, it also half of the work is already done, and I don't really have to sit for hours together. Here's where we can see within not even a minute, we already have the video ready. Here you can change the theme according to your
Yeah,
choice, but we have multiple options.
yes.
This looks good to me, and we can also change the characters, so we can change the characters color, eyes colors and everything, and apply all applies to the every other slide. So there's one cool feature we feel. And here you can modify the audio of the voiceover and the music sound as well, and also change or upload your own over here. And then yeah, we can just have a look overview of everything. Everything looks good so far to. And yes, so now I just hit on publish, and voila, the video is already ready. So here we have the options for resolution starting from 480 to 4K, and we can choose according to your preference, and then simply uh, hit download. That's it. And here you have to remember the fact that I'm not a content creation person, and I have the video ready within just few minutes, being a salesperson with no knowledge. So yeah, this is what we want to show you how easy the content creation has been through Steve AI, and how we can effectively convert a long blog into one simple interactive video.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, Geetika. I think the explanation was point on, and to everyone who has any doubts regarding this, you could definitely feel free to drop in your doubts to team@steve.ai. If at all there were parts that you could not understand, you could definitely put it out there. And is there anything else that you want to talk about from the demo, Geetika?
No, I would like to ask if you guys have any questions. I would be pleased to answer any of it. Or if you want to see any specific feature or any specific thing, I'd be happy to show you guys.
Yeah, if you have any questions. And someone's asked, can it be used for marketing schemes? Absolutely. All our videos that we create on Steve.AI is mainly for marketing purposes and learning and development, of course. What you can mainly do is simply, let's say you have a bunch of pointers about the product that you're planning to sell. At the same time, you're also marketing your product and then you have a nice, concise video of your product. What do you mean by can we use the same script?
Okay, so can
Can you
we?
hear me?
So some have asked us, can we explain how different between stock images and images that cost money? So, explaining that we have images, free images that are from different sources, the which doesn't cost you anything, but that costs the images that cost are like basically the premium assets that we get from the Getty images and various repositories, which cost us as well money. So that is why we have to cost you. That is the assets that are the premium assets we are providing you for a cost. But apart from that, we have tons of free images and free videos and free audios as well, which you can freely use, no problem at all. And yes, someone has asked that if we can put two languages being captioned at the same time for the video. Uh, for answer being that yes, but not on Steve AI. We can use Animaker and Steve together to achieve that. Um,
Yeah,
so I'm
the
just
AI
going to the
voices.
yeah.
Yeah.
Please play
You
the
want
AI
to go with
generated.
that, Geetika?
Sorry. Yes. So someone have asked us just to
Say it
play
again.
the AI generated video. So let me just quickly play the video for maybe a 10 or 20 seconds. Let's see. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. So yes. So this is the video that AI generated for us for for the one. Yes. Let's just hit on play. Second.
Yes. I don't think we can hear the
Okay.
voice.
You
Yeah,
guys
we won't
cannot
be
able
able
to
to
hear
hear
the
it, but
voice.
yeah, I don't think we can hear the voice. But we could definitely see the video, and we could see that that's the talking head, right? And the talking head is a huge and a very good feature of Steve.AI, and this is greatly being used a lot, especially for videos that include lip syncing. So that is a great feature of this particular video. Yeah, I think Geetika, you can stop sharing your screen.
Yes. Sure. Sure. So any more
Hello.
questions that you guys want us to answer?
Okay. Moving on to the next question. Yes, the AI voices, are they eligible to create on YouTube? Are we going to get any copyright or other issue? Absolutely
Ma'am,
not.
can we
AI voices have been used time and again, and they will have.
okay. So someone have asked us, let's say, can we make our own video by using images? You can definitely you can upload your own images, your own videos, everything. And you can yeah, you can definitely make your own video, and you can choose it or play it according to your preferences. Even the audio you can upload on your own. Does Steve support 3D characters and lip sync? Lip sync, yes. 3D characters, not yet. Hey, Joven. Okay, so yeah, any more questions that you guys have? Just throw it here in the. Okay, so, yeah. So someone have asked us the AI voices are they eligible to create videos for the YouTube? Yes, you can definitely. You can post it anywhere. There's no restriction on that. You can post it on Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere. There will be no copyright issues or anything. You can use it freely. But the free version, but we do have to mention that on the free version of it, you were gonna get the watermarks, which you can lose only by getting onto the paid version. And yes, if you try to remove the watermarks, then yes, copyright issues definitely. Yes. Right now, the maximum timeline of creating a single video. So if I'm not really clear on the question. If you're asking me the maximum length of the video, it is 20 minutes for now. But you can create multiple videos and just combine them together. And timeline, if you're asking how much time does it take, it totally depends on your script, on the thing you're trying to convert, and your preferences and the post-production work you're gonna choose to do. Can we make animations with our video? Yes, definitely yes. Anime videos, your own images, videos, everything works on Steve. Yes, you can definitely use it for marketing schemes as well, Uday. Right. So I guess we are done with all the questions here.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think for any more queries, they can definitely drop in at team@steve.ai. Right?
Right. Definitely.
Okay. Wonderful. So, guys, I think we've almost come to the end of this session, and I'm sure most of y'all are waiting for the surprise that we have in store for you. So, any guesses what it could be? Yeah, I think one last question we can just answer. Animated stories, absolutely, you can make. We have a ton of animated characters, and for those, then for someone who's asking if this is what is the software that we mentioned, it's Steve.AI. That is the software. All right. Okay. So let's quickly come to the end. And here is the surprise, the much awaited
Guys,
surprise. Can we reveal it?
yes. So we have buy one get one free here. So
Yes. So
anyone
you
who's
get with every, yeah,
gonna get onto enterprise paid account, they're gonna get one account, one seat for free. You can add one of your colleague or teammate or anyone. And for the existing users, you can mail to Steve. Team.sales@steve.ai, and we'll be happy to help you. The email is mentioned on the below as well. Yeah, so I think it's a very exciting surprise, and I believe it was worth you guys waiting for the surprise. So let us know.
yeah, I think we're constantly going to have surprises like this in our coming webinars as well. So please feel free to join in as and when you possibly can, because you have a ton of perks that come with it. And of course, you get to use a super amazing platform, which is Steve.ai. Yes?
Yes, just answer few questions that just popped in. Someone's
Yeah,
asking about the ratio of the videos.
right.
You can even on our free videos, you can see all the ratios that are available. So just feel free to play around it. And Chandra, you've been asking for the animated story. We would like to talk to you more. Maybe you can drop us an email on the same email about your requirements, and we can contact you and
Yes.
understand your needs.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, then. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. And one second.
Great, guys. Thank you so much for your support, and
Okay,
we
there's
expect.
apparently one last question we will take.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Okay. Yeah, that is, can you explain the small, medium, and large option in the script? Once again, Geetika, just the,
Yes. So small, medium, and large, and the script is available on block to video or block to animation. It is basically on how much, what's the length that you want to keep it. You want to make it more explanatory, or you want to keep it very concise and small. That is what it represents. So small, let's say if you have a blog, small might give you a 30 seconds video, medium might give you a 60 seconds, and large might give you 1 minute 30 seconds video. So this is what the option is. Right. All right, guys. So I guess
all
there are
right.
a lot of questions. If you have any more questions, feel free to drop an email to the same email that is mentioned here. And yes, definitely, Chandra, please do email your requirements on what exactly you're looking after, and we will definitely reply to you. Yes, thank you so much for your support, guys. And we are
Thank you,
looking
guys.
forward to more webinars. And yes, please do join every